Welcome everybody to this month's Dental Startup Online Pitch event sponsored by Dental Venture Capital. I always say this is the highlight of my month because a lot of hard work goes into this. It's a great opportunity for people to get the word out about their products, as well as make friends, meet new people. We've raised millions of dollars with connecting people through these events, but I think more than anything, also developed some really strong partnerships and friendships. I've been doing this for a long time. Grew up in Silicon Valley and always been around technology. I was an entrepreneur from a young age and a tinkerer. I always was tinkering with the new technology and new things. I love taking companies and products from idea to exit. That's what I do all day long, helping startup companies along the way. Got several clients on the call here as well that are a part of this program. We run a light version of the entrepreneur operating system, and it really becomes the operating system for what they do on a daily basis. A big part of that is also finding investors, partners, those types of folks. What makes a successful 3-minute pitch? For those that are doing kind of the shorter pitches, quick introduction. I love to hear a story, a very short story. Those that I'm working with, we work on a 10-minute pitch, we work on a 3-minute pitch, and then an elevator pitch. That's how you sell from the stage, as many of us have seen throughout the dental industry.
Here we are Dental Shades Avenue. We are revolutionizing how dental shade detection is done in the dental industry. We use artificial intelligence for the shade color of the tooth for whitening and prosthetics procedures. I think that most of you are familiar with these images when you go to the doctor to do a whitening procedure or a restoration. What we want to do is to bring digitization to this process, and we have tried to do it using artificial intelligence. How do we do it? It's a very simple process. We have developed this Color Master. It's a paper stripe that aims to replace this shade guide. What are the results that we are generating? We are bringing clinical efficiency to the dentist, so less time per patient. We are reducing the time they are taking for identifying the shade of the tooth. Our projected demand is very solid. How do we generate sales? Through the products. What sets us apart? We have patented our technology for shade identification. We are also the first application in the market. We are doing direct sales at the moment and are looking for distribution and partnerships in other markets to be able to cover the history of our application. In Q4 2024, we launched our beta test. Thank you. You can book a call with us and have 1 month of free access in our application.
So yeah, the Gleamery in a nutshell is a emerging DSO that is really focused on reinventing dental care for the modern consumer. The problem that we are solving is that traditional dental is really missing the mark by a pretty wide margin and serving millennials and Gen Z. So the Gleamery is really working to solve that problem by building a fit-for-purpose model of dental care that is directly focused on that Gen Z and millennial consumer. What you see online is what you get. Number one, we're hygiene-led. Number two, for all of our new locations that we open, we have lower capex because we don't have all the specialized equipment that's required to deliver some of the more intensive restorative procedures. The story behind our founding actually starts with my business partner, Dr. Tina Nguyen, who is an endodontist based in the Pacific Northwest. And so we have a great team here in place. And we also have an amazing team of investors and advisors. As far as where we're at, we have our first location that opened in West Hollywood in August of 2024. It's really validated the concept from a four-wall perspective, economic perspective, unit economics, and customer feedback. As far as the plan, starting with 2025, number one, it's all about continuing the great ramp that we've had in our West Hollywood location, while also continuing to build market density here in the LA area. And that's just phase one of our growth. By 2028, the goal is 30 locations across 7 to 10 markets. And once we get to that 30 locations, we'll be at $100 million in run rate revenue and $25 million in four-wall EBITDA. Current raise that we're in the process of, we're looking to raise $1.6 million now. So please, there's my email address. Send me an email if you're interested to learn more, or Slack me, or Zoom me, or message me in the Zoom chat. I would love to connect.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wes Reed. I'm a dental CPA and dental certified financial planner. And I started a business about 10 years ago called Practice CFO, which is a dental CPA and financial planning firm. Our practice CFO. By the way, we have about 350 dentists throughout the country, got about 60 people working at the firm. This is a separate company. It's a separate tax ID from Practice CFO, and it's called Practice Orbit. And Practice Orbit is really only launched recently, about 3 or 4 months ago. I got Travis helping me out with a lot of the marketing on it. And it's got some listings on it, or practice sales going on. And we're going to be marking this pretty hard at the CDA coming up next week. And me doing a lot of speaking engagements. I do a lot of podcasts, going on podcast shows. So I am ultimately trying to get the network effect on this, which is where you have enough buyers and sellers in the system that it becomes the Airbnb or the Amazon of the marketplace. So when you log in, pretend I'm a seller. I'm Dr. Steven Seller, and I'm going to create my profile. And in my profile, it's going to have various data points about my education, my professional status, etc. And I can create my practice right here by clicking this plus. And when you create the practice, I'll just put sample practice. Then they can choose whether they have a broker, whether they want to do a self-directed option, or whether they want an agent. We have a lot of buyers signing up, have a buyer or two signing up pretty much every day. Also, my Practice CFO ecosystem, which is pretty large. We have clients in 34 states, and I have various education platforms, podcasts, associate financial education programs called associateonfire.com, and it's feeding a lot of users into the system. And I'm going to now pivot to see what does this look like once it's listed. So here's the listing view, and I'm going to say this is behind the NDA wall, so you can't see who it is. It will just have a lot of really great information here. Now, when a buyer is on the search for practices page, just like Redfin or Zillow, notice there's no pins because I can't give away the address. But you'll see all the listings down here, and it will have the highlights. And then you can click into those highlights to see that specific page I showed you. Once an LOI is signed in the system, it has a full workflow for the accountant, attorney, banker, buyer, seller, broker to navigate the sale, to keep it really organized on where you are from LOI to closing. So there's a lot of other stuff in here, like notifications feed in here. This is where you approve NDAs, LOIs, you're notified of things. This is where I can pitch other companies to buyers to sign up with merchant processing or a marketing platform or whatever in the system as I build out who are my strategic partners that want to work with me inside of here. All right.
My name is Alan Sanchez. I'm the CRO for FX. FX was developed by Mark Agnello and Michael Gutkin, two lifelong friends and business partners of many years. And so FX today is addressing several problems in the dental field or the healthcare field regarding everything to do with compliance. When you look at compliance, obviously, you always look at the after by not being prepared for any compliance situation. But of the 6 problems here that we identified, how FX addresses those particular challenges in the dental practice field. When we talk to clients, they typically address their compliance obligations or manage their compliance obligations, and we consolidate that into a platform that accomplishes 3 goals. One is, when we look at our platform, there's 8 critical areas of compliance that you'll see in one little slide that I like to show. The administrator or the business owner can readily see how they're performing vis-a-vis their compliance obligations. Last year it was projected at $4 billion, growing at 11% CAGR. So by 2030, it's going to be a $7.5 billion. We work with consultants from a reseller perspective. So from a revenue perspective, how do we generate revenue? We have a growing compliance consulting practice. From a traction perspective, we have over 100 clients, 336 locations, and over 4,000 users. The investments are for product marketing. We want to build out a more robust sales team, if you wish. And from a $2 million investment, the ask is we need $500,000 for development and integration cost. Operating cost, obviously, but most of the investment is for sales and marketing to capture more clients and to scale.
I'm Dr. Mark Thorson, retired general dentist, dental educator, dental innovator, and dental sales professional. Dental patients want 3 things. They want, please do a good job. Please do it very efficiently. Please don't hurt me. The Problem, as I see it, is the current systems in place in Class 2 restorations work, but they take a long time. Clinicians require an average of 60 to 75 seconds to place all the hardware around the tooth. What's the solution then? It is Inflatrix. Inflatrix is one piece. It's a flexible polyurethane sandwich. I have a 4-minute video now on inflatrix.com that much better describes this. When doctors use Inflatrix more often, their confidence builds because this is a short, shallow learning curve that does build trust with patients. And by building trust, profitability will increase as well. What does build trust? We talk about this again in the webinar. My target market slide got literally blown out here. Our marketing attempts, again, this is all in Travis's wheelhouse. I will be meeting with the small groups directly. Our gross profit margin is still 95% at scale. Our development is ongoing with beta testing. My ask is 450,000, those of you in the investor pool, but we have definitely got places to put 450, and we'll easily be happy to have conversations. Thank you very much for all of your attention.
Hi guys, my name is Vajahat and I'm a practicing pediatric dentist and an entrepreneur. I'm a speaker, an opinion leader, and an inventor. So as we started thinking of automation, we started venturing into the AI world and we created this software. So Dentrax is a birth child of all the processes and all the painstaking solutions that I was trying to incorporate in my practice, slowly built into something which is really powerful now. It is an ecosystem for dental business management. So what are the problems that we are solving? So it's cloud-based. It is a dental business management software, and it is on a SaaS model. The problem we are solving is the resource shortage, productivity management, reduced reimbursements, increased expenses, and decreased profits. We actually put about 13% of the revenue back into our clients' pockets. So these are our modules. So if we do the market comparison with some of our competitors, these are all the silo products. This is the assessment of the other competitors. So we have a big of about 522 million. This is what we are targeting. And we aim to achieve 10,000 customers by 2029. Most of the 80% of our income will be generated through direct sales channel partners, conferences, and events. And these are some of our numbers that we have projected. How are we going to allocate all of this? So this is our journey. We started in 2021. We are in 2025 now. Our goal is to revolutionize the RCM industry and complete business management in the field of dentistry. And this is our team. So please visit our website. Please give us input. If you want any kind of demos, we'll be happy to go ahead and schedule that for you.
My name is Alvin Utai. I'm the founder and CEO of Lead Dental Force. And we are on a mission to bridging the communication gap between dental office staff members, insurance companies, and patients. And how we do that is by actually getting a team of educated people that understand tech and AI to correspond with people that are in the actual dental space. One of the biggest things, and just a little bit about us, we're a dental billing and insurance company. And one of the things the industry is struggling with right now is the number one, a lot of us probably are familiar with it, is the employee turnover rate. Number two is the low insurance reimbursement. And then number three is overhead cost. We actually started out as an outsourcing company and we did it remotely. And we used a system called GoToMyPC to integrate into the PMS system so we can do it remotely from anywhere. And within the past 3 years, they have lost a total of $194.6 billion. And it's because of these three things: claim denials, administrative inefficiencies, patient drop-offs, and missed appointments. In the US, there's 183.9 thousand dental offices that's operating right now. And so these are some of the things why it's crucial that we have a system that can automate, but also optimize the process. Our business model consists of 5 components. So these are some of the things that we're working on. And the software is called Edify. We've already come up with the mock-ups of what we want. And some of this came through having meetings with office managers. Who are we going to be serving? Obviously, dental offices that need the service, dental office service organizations, new dental offices. We actually have years and years of experience, not only within the tech side, but also within the dental side. These are some of the partners that we have. This is our mission and our vision. Again, our mission is to bridge the communication gap between office staff manager patients, insurance companies, and patient providers. These are some of our competitors. I don't look at them as competitors. I look at them as team players, right? Because we're all fighting against the same thing. And I like to just compete with myself. That's how I've always been. My background is in sales, and that's how I've always been successful, is I compete with myself. Our business model is SaaS. So we charge a subscription. This is our initiative goals. This is our financial projections. These are our goals and our milestones. This is market value size, our TAM, SAM, and SOM. This is how we got to those numbers. This is the projection. We're looking for 2.5 million, equity of 20%. We're also looking for partnerships. If you have any questions, you can contact me through my email, our website, and also social media.
Thank you very much for all of your attention.